And we're back. Oh my god, the sun.
It burns.
And we're back with the.
Oh no!
Oh, it's my horn. I'm sorry. It's my antler. My antler is destroying the set.
Maeve is casting. What was the light
Oh,
spell?
yeah.
Yeah, we have some practical effects.
I'm at disadvantage. Yo.
Radiance of the dawn.
Ah!
Okay,
now you have to fix it, though.
Yeah, I do need to fix it.
Okay. So, we have vanquished the zombies. The zombies are vanquished. Would you like to look through them?
Yeah.
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 I want to. So I'm going straight up to the wizard zombie.
Straight up to the wizard zombie. Okay.
Yeah, because he had like cool like etchings on like his robe.
No, that was the sorcerer zombie.
Straight up to the sorcerer zombie.
Yeah, she was like wearing a nice like fancy robe looking thing.
Yeah.
She had a wand in her hand.
Yeah.
I'm looking for armor.
Looking for armor.
Yeah.
The only ones. Okay, let's do this one at a time.
Okay.
Sorcerer zombie.
Yeah.
You want to loot the sorcerer zombie?
Yes.
So they're wearing some like tattered but fancy, like sorcerer robes. That make them look cool. What languages do you speak?
I speak.
Well, actually, more importantly, do you speak Draconic?
No. Or do I? I have not decided yet, but she does.
The sorcerer's robes have like symbols, like Draconic symbols along the sleeves and like around the neck and stuff. But when you look closely at them, you can see that they don't say anything cool. They say stuff like, like when you buy like a bad Chinese shirt, and you don't know what it says, and you're wearing like the symbol for hot garbage or something.
I am a
it's
bad
that
mage.
it's that but the equivalent in Draconic, where it's like it says like spicy soup a bunch of times in Draconic, like around the sleeves, shit like that.
I suck at magic.
Do people think that soup makes them good at magic?
I have a question.
Yes.
I have language slots. Could I use one of them for Draconic? Because I think it would make a lot of sense
You may-
if we spoke Draconic every once in a
You
while.
may indeed activate language slot Draconic now. So this is how I like to do languages, friends in chat, for those of you who are wondering, who are like, what, she doesn't know what languages to do? I like having them open, and then people deciding what they want as we go, if that's what they want to do. Run across a sign in Abyssal, you can learn Abyssal as your, I actually know this, but then you have Abyssal forever,
I feel horrible. I just
So
remembered Snort was there.
Yeah, Smart is there.
Yeah.
He's cowering the bushes.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's
That's
not
fair.
fine. Are you kidding me?
So I'm going to.
I'm not going to be mean and
heavily-
split your XP with Snort either.
Heavily accented
would.
Draconic.
Is this a Draconic? What does it mean, though?
I believe we're going over the pronunciation for soup in Draconic.
Oh, the hot
Yes.
soup.
Yeah, yes.
So yeah, the sorcerer has a robe that looks like a fancy robe, but it says like hot soup and spicy soup in Draconic around the sleeves.
That's fine.
They also had a wand, but it looks like it's out of charges. Like it's just a stick with a little gem on the end, sort of thing.
Shiny?
You just take the wand and chew on it. Okay. Armor. You said you were looking for armor.
Yeah.
There's some really janky splint mail on the fighter. Like, he's getting hit by arrows a bunch of times. This stuff is compromised as shit.
Yeah, I've got chainmail.
Yeah. The barbarian's wearing some, like, hide armor, but it's mostly the lower half,
I'm good, thanks.
Oswald will take hide armor.
Okay.
He's better than clothes and fur.
Okay, do it. Yeah, grab that hide armor. Can bards wear? Is hide
It's
armor light armor?
Yeah, check if it's light.
I'll
I
check.
think hide is medium.
It's not like barbarian.
Because I'm wearing leather armor. So, actually, figure out if leather or hide is better.
Hide is better, but
Okay.
Probably
medium.
heavier.
it might be medium. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what about weapons?
Weapon-wise, the fighter zombie has a big-ass sword. Looks like a great sword. The barbarian has 2 hand
You
axes.
decided to be shield boy.
The barbarian has 2 hand axes. the druid has a sickle and a short sword that you already grabbed. Yeah, hide is medium armor.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I can wear that
Nope.
then.
No, you can't.
Sadly.
The rogue has like 17 daggers. Are you just gonna take a belt of daggers?
And they'd be
You just strap the belt that he was wearing across his waist, like across your like bandolier style. Yeah.
Yeah, it could work.
As you're like digging through the pouches, you open one and there's like an actual mouse in there that like runs away. Just grab it and eat it. Okay. So you have add to your inventory a belt of 7 knives because you'd have to take them individually, and on the belt I'll say 7. That'd be good for throwing.
time for a snack. So Greca attack.
Yeah. Poor mouse. Yeah. Okay, so I said the druid, the rogue, the barbarian, the fighter, the sorcerer. The wizard has a staff. It's just a quarterstaff, like wood quarterstaff. But it's like in the field a little further away. He didn't bring it with him when he came to bludgeon you with his fists. The ranger has a half of a scimitar. It's broken off at the middle. And the undescribed one that I can't remember what class I gave him, we'll call him the warlock zombie, has a crystal ball that's like broken in the middle. There's like a big crack through it. You take that. Okay, add that to your inventory.
So I'm going to bundle up the spicy soup robe.
The spicy soup rub. Okay.
Yeah.
Add to your inventory 1 draconic spicy soup rub.
The people that I took the arrows from, I didn't take their bows. Do they have bows, or did the strings degrade?
Yeah, the strings are like well
Okay.
worn out and stuff.
You try and just...
Yeah. You give the ranger's bow a tug and it just snaps.
You want to keep bows since you shoot it more than me? Usually I stab. Okay.
If you don't want, I keep.
Well, I might want later, but I tend to go sneak and stab.
The effect of the spicy soup rub. Summon 1 ramen.
Per day? 'Cause that's pretty good.
Just once every
A
week.
ration. Once in a while, we'll just.
Materialize.
But it's so spicy, you can only eat half of it.
You have to make a con save.
Ah, yes. Or strength.
Strength!
Force of will.
Yeah. No, there's nothing magical about the spicy soup robe. It's just a very poorly translated draconic robe.
Excellent.
Sorcerer bought it because they don't speak draconic, and they're like, my draconic heritage. Ma.
So edgy! Yeah!
Exactly.
So do mages like soup?
I mean, I'm sure some mages like soup. I'm not really sure about this one. Maybe it was the activation phrase for some kind of
I think we should go...
Just say it.
Oh, okay.
Nothing
Is
happens.
that one? Is that all right?
Nothing happens.
There's no soup.
I think we should go in the...
Okay.
Right.
Hey.
We'll investigate later. We'll
Yeah,
do
you
some
guys are like
experiments.
saying spicy soup and draconic, standing around in a foggy like clearing with a spooky cave.
Okay.
You're stripping zombies down. You know.
I got poked it. Look, I can put my finger in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm currently bleeding.
No.
Maybe we should take a step back and come here in a few hours.
It's getting dark.
Well, it's
Maybe we
not
should
like
make
more
camp for the
zombies will
night?
appear.
We
We could set up camp.
But what makes them zombie?
That's supposed to be on inside.
Oh!
Let's just
If
camp next to the
I'm
thing.
below
that-
half health.
No, because if this were at live, it come out. We would tear it. Go fuck you.
Yeah. I know.
All right, why don't I
problem.
look for somewhere that's
Yeah.
out of the way? Maybe a nice small little cave somewhere. It's not this cave.
That's not
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
game.
not
No.
this one.
Not
This
not
bad
whole cave. This
Oswald,
whole
can you
cave.
give me a hand with
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
survival check.
Inspired. It's worked so far.
Oh,
Denier,
Denier.
Yeah. Got to double stack these.
inspired and guidance.
Yeah.
Okay.
16 plus. It's gonna be a big roll.
What's inspired do? Is this
D6.
D6? Yeah.
And since he's aiding with it, does she roll with advantage?
I'm gonna say because of the inspire no.
Okay.
There's a different kind of assistance, right?
23 plus my modifier, which 28.
Damn.
You definitely find like a nearby cave that is not this cave. You notice that this is a place that like excuse me, people have definitely been. There's sort of like the remnants of some scaffolding in it, stuff like that. Like it's maybe not natural, but it seems safe. And you look around and there's nothing like amiss, so to speak. If you want to like examine it further, you can. But survival wise, it seems good.
Looks like a cave.
It's better than a forest. It's got a... There's at least something over my head.
Oh, I don't think it'll flood either if there's rain because I think we're not downhill just yet. So
Sure.
Smell like
caves
a cave.
will flood. Caves can flood. Even if the rain's not coming in overhead, it could come in from the side.
I think you've built your caves wrong if they're flooding.
No.
You don't build cave, you find cave.
Cave
This
have
one's built.
cave have river in cave sometime and then make splash splash.
It's true. Sometimes they're fed by underground
I'm gonna
streams,
set up my
and those are.
Eamon just in the middle of this lecture starts pitching the tent, the cave.
Yeah.
I stare at you like you're insane. Why would you pitch a tent inside a cave?
Privacy.
What? This is good point. Don't need tent in cave.
Privacy.
Look, the kobold will still hit me in the face regardless of where I camp.
Nah, I like feet.
Ah, right.
You said you know one thing in face. Maybe I poke with stick?
You should focus on healing yourself. Wrap your wounds in bandages.
I what? I don't know how to do.
Oh, let me
Lick
let me
your
take
wounds.
a, let me
Stop
take
poking it.
Stop poking it.
let me take a look at that.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Heal check.
Yep.
Oh, I rolled well.
Good.
24.
Her wounds do not seem fatal, and you can patch them up a little bit. There's no real mechanical benefit to
Yeah.
that.
I'm assuming this is just us doing the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
to
like
heal our
I
wounds.
set stuff up. We can do watches if you want to do watches, and
I'm first.
okay.
Might as well. Keep
That's
the,
the gun.
keep the rotation
What's your
going.
passive perception?
12. With dark vision.
Okay. During your watch, you hear some like tapping noises from deeper in the cave, as if something is like digging or like something. But you can't make out anything about it other than that, and nothing comes to like attack you.
Then I will wake up Greca,
Wake up, Grega.
and I will warn her that there might be something deeper in the cave,
Okay.
and to keep an eye out that way.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
And my passive perception is also 12.
Yeah. Nothing unusual during your watch.
Okay.
And Oswald,
10.
I assume you're next. And I assume Greco wakes you up.
Yeah.
I don't have a stick to poke you with.
You could pour a bit of water from your canteen out.
It
involves that being my near water.
him.
I'll just. You didn't set up a tent.
No.
Oh, but that means you're exposed on all sides.
Mm-hmm. Not my ear.
No, I poke your tummy.
Okay. This is better.
All right, Oswald.
Yeah.
Nothing happened.
Okay.
As far as you can tell, anyway.
Oh, jeez. That's been good so far.
I mean, as far as you can tell, is the best information I can give you.
Yep.
So that's it. Watch is over. Everything seems fine. This place isn't actually that far away from the like lair of the monster.
Cool.
So it doesn't take you very long to get back there if you want to head back that way.
So,
It's kind of surprising how close it is, actually.
How much did we?
yeah, over the long rest, we fully heal,
Mhm.
and then I can rememorize spells,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna be taking protection against good and evil,
Yep.
but I think I can have a second different one memorized.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that when you use Smite, it uses up your spell slots.
Yeah, which is why I'm taking defensive spells. 'Cause
So
I
you can
smite
choose
for
whether to
offense.
Smite or defend. Yeah.
So do I have like a pool of memorized spells, and if I have like 3 memorized spells, I can pull 2 protection, good and evil out of it, or something? Or is it just I select 1
So-
protection, good and evil?
So you can select 1 protection to good and evil, 2 protection to good and evil, or 2 different ones, or
2 different ones. Okay.
You have to choose like how many of which. You're not a spontaneous caster, so you must decide what spells you
Okay.
have from your pool.
What does heroism do again?
It's a buff.
It's a buff
It's
that
+1.
gives you regeneration of some kind, I think.
Oh yeah. So
Or
should
like
I take
temporary,
that
or like
cure
temporary
wounds?
temporary hit points. I think.
What does the party think? Heroism or cure wounds?
Cure
Hero-
wounds.
Yeah, take your wounds. I can heroism,
Okay.
but
Because then I'm probably gonna be the healer at this point. Healer
I
time.
don't know.
I can do a healing word.
Yeah, because I
I'm
have
gonna
healing
need-
word and heal wounds, so
If you're taking a heal, you're doing it to heal yourself because you're way out in front beating the crap out of things.
Probably. But I also have lay on hands
So
for
5e
that, so I
paladin
don't
was a
really need.
spontaneous caster. If they are, I'm not. I don't know. You have
Yeah,
lay
I
on.
think-
You have lay on hands as well.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take 2 protection against good and evil
Sounds good,
because it's 10 minutes. So
and it's helpful. And if your concentration is disrupted, you might need another one.
yeah.
So,
So that's good.
cool. So, anybody else got any point of order stuff, spells, or what have you that they want to?
Oh, we should all eat a ration.
Yes, you should all eat a ration.
Consume a
Yes.
ration. Cook some
Or we
food.
could go looking for things.
Consume a ration.
I'm not holding on to any rations.
Oh,
so
okay.
someone I think is holding on to their
I
rations.
believe
think it's
Oswald
me, I'm
has
looking
Yeah,
them.
Oswald has them.
I've got my nasty cookies.
I'm down to 5 fancy rations.
Oh yeah, we have 4 made safe rations and 4 normie rations.
Yeah.
Normie rations.
I'm eating one of my nasty cookies.
Nice.
Nasty
May I have a bread-free ration?
Yes.
Eating my fancy cooked sausage.
But
I'm
that,
definitely not looking at the page on Umber Hulks for any reason.
but that.
Mm.
Oh no.
I'm nibbling on a carrot. I don't know what you're talking about.
Can that? You want to trade? That smell like good. I give you a piece of cookie.
No.
But that meat is meat.
It would probably just make you sick, Greca.
It smell like many meat.
Everybody needs spicy soup now.
Yeah. Can we have a spicy soup shop show up sometime?
Maybe in the town
Get a
somewhere.
discount with their uniform.
Yeah, it's actually a fast food chain, like
Yeah.
uniformed.
It's the noodle cart.
The sorcerer worked at like the equivalent of McDonald's.
Yeah.
Noodle cart express.
They just made them look like mages so they seem high class.
Yeah.
It's the
So this is-
noodle cult.
This is the Olive Garden of.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
What's the deal?
I'm gonna take Bane, Featherfall, and Healing Word.
Cool.
Because caves. Too many people falling to
Greca's
their
just
death
like-
in
It's all
caves.
gone. I consumed it.
I mean, there might be a plate with scraps on it, like scrap oil.
She'll lick it clean.
But it's my fancy plate.
She's already half licking it.
Dang it. Well, her dex is infinitely higher than
Yeah,
mine, so I
yeah.
really can't stop it.
If she wants to sleight of hand stuff from you, it's like pretty
What?
much guaranteed. Yeah.
With -3 to my dex modifier, I did not see.
Hey, chat.
Mm.
All right. What are we doing?
I got
I'm sure it's
protection.
fine.
We're good. Let's go.
Okay,
How's
Hey, my plate got washed.
Oh!
it smells worse now.
Let's go to the cave.
Okay.
Don't
Onwards.
get off that plate ever again.
It's getting burned.
Maybe we should ask our goblin friend to watch the camp.
Hey, but
Oh yeah.
did someone feed him?
Where is Snort?
I'm pretty sure he can.
What do you mean,
handle
where am I?
himself.
I've been here the whole
Oh,
time.
there you are. You've been very quiet.
We're near a really spooky cave. I don't want to draw attention to myself.
It is fair.
You're the ones being super loud. If you're loud over there and I'm quiet over here, they're not going to see me.
It's true, I didn't know you here. I thought you still in bush.
Have you asked him if he can watch the camp yet?
Oh, yeah. You want to stay here at camp and then you don't have to come to creepy place?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay, cool.
Is he good?
Yeah, he's good with that.
All right.
Okay.
He's not
Let's go to
gonna
the creepy
watch
place.
It. He not fight, he hide.
Oh, he'll watch it. He's going to do nothing but watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll know who took our stuff if somebody takes our stuff.
It's still better
Of
than
which I'm
nothing.
taking all of my stuff right now.
Yeah, take all of stuff. Yeah.
All right, so Snort will stay behind if you guys want him to.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
So
sure.
then, are we leaving anything here because of that?
Tents and
or-
stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, we could.
Bedrolls.
I mean, I don't really feel like trumping down into a dungeon
With
slash things.
All of my
with-
adventuring gear.
Yeah.
What
You
if we're
can
down
leave
there
your-
for multiple
Leave
days?
your mess kit behind.
I am not sleeping in a
I'm keeping my mess
scary.
kit.
I'm
I need my cooked meals.
just imagining
Yeah.
Snort going through it for weapons. Just taking a fork
Takes
out,
that
tying
nice
it to a
silverware
stick.
knife. It's a real sharp one.
Well, Maeve will leave all of her unnecessary things behind.
Remember your paper.
What I have that's
The
unnecessary.
paper is necessary.
Okay.
Because last time
Yeah.
someone
Yeah.
missing,
My fine clothes,
That's a good
signet ring, and
point.
scroll of pedigree are coming with me.
Okay. Your scroll of pedigree.
Yeah, and pretty much everything's coming with me.
I am
actually.
official member of House of Ernest.
Yeah, it's
everything.
totally
'cause
legit right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring the lamp and oil because we're going into a cave.
Solid move.
I have torches, a tinderbox, rope, a water skin, bedroll. Like, I'm pretty kitted out for adventuring. I think we got this.
Yeah, I'd take the rope.
I've got a light cantrip.
I think she's the only one who
Well, I
needed
guess we could
Okay.
just use magic
Still
instead of my torches.
bring rope.
I got the rope.
Okay.
It's the rope I tied us together with.
Alright. I think we're ready.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Let's go smite something.
Okay.
Or make
Aggressive.
friends with it because maybe it's too scary.
If it's evil, I will smite it.
Fair enough.
What?
Just gonna check my notes here.
This is demon boy.
What if it's just too scary?
So you
What?
head back towards the cave.
Yes.
It kind of looks different in the morning. You know, like in the light. There isn't so much fog. It's like the grass around it is pretty green and like verdant. The cave is like covered in sort of moss and like weird growth. The entrance still looks like really dark and foreboding, like it goes deep. But the area around really doesn't look as bad when there aren't like 8 zombies hanging out in it.
That'll do that.
Yeah, I mean the pile of corpses is still where you left it.
They're rotting.
Yeah.
Nature.
But yeah. Otherwise. So cave.
Right. Let's go inside.
I
Yeah, you're suffering the sunlight blindness right now.
checked the rock.
You check the rock.
Just in case.
Yeah, no, it points to the cave.
Alright.
Onwards.
Yeah, loosen my mace.
Yeah.
So
Sword and shield out.
you head inside. You head inside the cave. Takes a little while for your eyes to adjust, assuming you're not like you have a lantern out or anything. Like for those of you who aren't
Dark
dark vision,
I just
capable.
realized.
That's her.
Yeah, she's the only one without
Light.
dark vision.
You have a light cantrip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Or
going
looking
inside,
away from
it's
it.
like a very natural looking cave that leads down and down and down and probably about it's maybe only about 50 feet down this like narrow passage where things start to look different. There's stuff piled up in this cave. Like a half of a wagon is like strewn sideways in the walkway, and there's like a bunch of chests and like wooden garbage, like chairs and that kind of stuff. It's like thrown up as if it might have been like a barricade at one point. that it's like open now, you know. Moving past that stuff, if you don't want, depending if you want to check it out or not. I don't know.
Should look for a chair.
Why do we need chair?
Here they paint chair.
Is there anything in the chests?
You take a look.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
It's a mimic.
Surprise!
Ah!
So no, you open the chest and it's full of like linens, or like, you know, really rotten vegetables, that kind of stuff, like crates and stuff like that. None of it is like valuable. You know, it's clearly just like people's belongings. It's kind of piled up haphazardly.
Yeah, no journals or anything like that, right?
No.
Okay. Proceed.
Yeah, going a little deeper past the like wooden constructions, stuff starts to get grim. And I mean like skeletons grim, like rib cages and skulls and you know, scattered femurs and stuff like across the ground, like the kind of grim where you're like crunching the bones with your feet, sort of thing. There's a lot of dead people in here.
We're going in the right place.
So it's not evil. Imagine.
Let's.
If it
I'm gonna
wasn't
take
evil.
a close look at these
I don't know
bodies
if it is
for
or
a
not. I
moment.
just say if there's something real big.
Could just be very hungry.
You're gonna take a close look at the bodies?
Yeah.
Sure.
Are they? I'm gonna roll.
Some of
I
them
guess,
have
a
like
medicine
some of them
check?
have like scraps of clothing left on them, stuff like that. For like cause of death.
Yeah, for cause of death. Also, like what kind of skeletons they were, whether they were like of bipedal.
Sure. Yeah.
Up 8.
As far as you can tell, an 8 is still good enough to discern this. It's not all human, or it's not all like sentient bodies. You know, some of it's like animal carcasses and like whatever. It's clearly like discarded food. Like a lot of the bones have sort of bite marks on them, and
Yeah.
some of them are remarkably clean. Like remarkably clean. Like it's crazy how much flesh has been stripped off without ruining the bone itself. Actually, while you're examining these, why don't you give me a perception check?
Uh-oh.
Like 5.
Something around you moves. But you can't discern what it is. Like some of the bones shift and like something moves, but it's gone as quickly as it was there.
What happened?
There's
Did you touch a bed?
there's something in here.
Okay. Hi.
Back away. Back away.
Hi.
Back away.
Hi, something.
I'm going to perceive
Yeah.
the immediate vicinity.
All right, I will give it to you. Somebody
Okay.
ast can help you if you want advantage, but
Give
that'll
me
be the last
advantage.
perception check I'll give you.
I'm gonna
Please.
try and look to
'Kay.
assist.
I am. I'll wait until.
Because advantage.
Okay, I got a... Is that wisdom? I got 17.
17. Yeah, there's like something moving around like underneath the bone. It's one of the larger like bone piles. It's super obvious to you that it is alive, whatever it is, and that it has noticed you. What it is specifically is hard to discern because, hey, there's a bunch of bones and it's underneath them. But it's clearly awake and has noticed that you're here.
I'm gonna yell at it.
You're just gonna like call it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, announce yourself if you are sentient. If not, you are a fiend and will die.
Fiend might be a weird choice of word coming from you.
Wow, okay, we're just gonna be racist
So
here.
as soon as you make a loud noise, you're just like very declarative.
Yeah.
This thing like
Oh,
bursts out from underneath the bones, and it looks like a big, gross, like smelly caterpillar with like big, slurpy, pincery mouthpieces. Like it is disgusting. Let me see if I can get like what the written description is for this particular monster.
Gross.
I'm sure you know what it is.
Oh, they're so gross.
They are so gross.
I wonder if it's time to run.
I kind of want to throw my soap at it.
Clean yourself. Vicious mockery.
Gross.
Looking at the jaws of this monster, it is easy to tell why these bones are so clean. Because it has like big, gross, tentacle, suctiony, like chompy mouth bits.
I'm gonna hit it.
Do they have like a description? No, but if I cover what it is, that
Oh.
Nasty.
So it's like a gigantic tapeworm.
kinda, yeah,
Okay.
Nasty.
Chat. that
So we gonna
busts
fight
out. It doesn't seem to be like immediately aggressive. It's like surprised and like hissing at you, basically. Like you're clearly in a place that it considers you not to be, like shouldn't be. And it's like kind of raised up in like a threatening way. That's like kind of a very like if somebody has a nature or survival or something, they might be able to discern
It's like, get off my lawn.
what it's doing.
It's
I've
very
got
territorial, I bet.
Yeah.
We're fucking up its pantry.
So I can.
14.
Yeah, it's like this is a definite like it's the similar to like a spider threat display, right? Like it's up on its like back like parts, like hissing and like trying to force you back without actually attacking you.
Okay, I start speaking in like Sylvan because that's my like reflexive speaking to creatures voice. It's like, oh, it's okay. We don't want your gross pile of bodies. They're all yours. Back up.
Okay.
I'm backing up.
Okay. And as you're backing up, you hear a voice from like deeper in the cave, like way deeper. It's like this big echoing voice that comes from like far behind you. Goes, "What have you found, Mr. Squishy?"
Shit.
I think we back up much farther.
And the thing, it's a carrion crawler is the name of the monster, by the way. It as soon as it hears the voice, it like turns its head and like looks sort of like upside down behind itself.
As it turns its head, I feel like running. Do you feel like running?
This is what we care
Because I'm
for.
backing off. And I'm probably just bolting.
Yeah, I'm gonna back up because I don't run fast.
You guys are just gonna back out?
This is what we came for.
Yeah, I'm just gonna back up slowly because I'm not running yet.
Alright, I'm not going to leave you in the dust. I'm just like, prey reflexes.
Yeah.
Prey reflexes.
Yeah. Yeah, you hold on to your natural instinct not to leave the party completely abandoned. But the thing that has been jovially referred to as Mr. Squishy looks back and then like flops over sideways and like disappears down into the cave, like towards where this voice came from.
No,
This thing is big, by the way.
I don't like
when
it.
I'm trying to describe it's like
I
person
pictured it.
sized.
I pictured it like massive.
Let me
I
check.
was thinking even
what
bigger than
size?
a person.
I'll give you a size
thinking here.
category for it. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Is it gone?
It
It,
looked like
it ran
it's gone.
away.
they went to.
They're large, so they're like ogre sized.
So like it could swallow a person whole, like the leeches in the King Kong movie.
I don't think quite that much, but it could bite you in half. Really easily.
Ah.
I think so. Let the person who called it is probably a person we want to.
So you're left kind of by yourselves in this like bone pile. The echo of Mr. Squishy clattering through whatever detritus is down there as it like scuttles away.
I have a plan.
We
You can bring offering to Squishy.
Yeah.
We can just go get the dead people outside, show his friend.
Except we killed the guards. That might be.
I could call out to the thing that was talking.
Yeah, but if that's its pet,
We should have gift.
Okay, then what does getting past the pet get us
I
that
don't
calling out
know.
to him wouldn't?
We get the gift.
the pet might like us, might get some
If
good
we
point.
bring gift, people like gift. Gifts, nice.
Does somebody want to make a perception check? Because during this time while you're talking, Mr. Squishy's been headed back the other way.
Yeah.
Somebody want to listen in?
I'm probably not heavily involved in this conversation.
You're kind of paralyzed, I guess, prey-wise. 18? You can hear the deep voice. There's like a rumbling tone to it, like it's something big, saying something like, "Why are you all riled up?" And you can hear like chittering and squeaking as it's like he's like petting it or something, like, "Is there something I should go see?" Like he's like might be coming back your way pretty soon.
He's gonna. We got his attention. He's gonna come and talk.
Then
to
we
us.
can talk.
All right.
We talk.
All right.
We talk.
Just stand near the exit and talk with him.
Maybe we head behind cart, see what is first.
I'm gonna stand here.
Don't be.
Clear line
be
of sight of the
weedy.
exit.
Oh yeah, that's real nice to be you. I'm gonna stealth.
Only
Guess the
Smacks
ones that
acts like weenie.
Trembling hand with the little light in it.
Worry not, comrades. I shall die.
Okay. So I got a 15 for my stealth.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything before I move the scene forward? Any actions before this guy comes looking for you?
Shield on you.
Shield of Faith?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shield of Faith lasts 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So if the conversation goes a long time, it'll be over.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Okay, so I'm at 20 AC.
Yep.
Awesome.
I feel like Rekka is going to try her best to be big and brave.
Just like puffing out her chest, like
because
strong kobold.
like she knew the ogres were dumb as shit. She doesn't know if this thing is dumb as shit, so she's going to try and use words.
It's fair. It's fair.
But that means she has to be brave because it's scary.
So you see lumbering out of the shadows in front of you. After a little while, you're hidden. I assume behind some of the wooden crates or something.
Yeah, like the cart, because I'm a big boy, but stealth proficient.
Yeah. You see lumbering out of the shadows this like 9-foot figure, with this like lanky black hair, green skin, and these nasty long fingers with like big claws on them. He's wearing like a raggedy, it looks like a robe almost, but it's like torn off at the bottom so that he can like move quicker. And he's got Mr. Squishy with him, like next to him, like following him like a little pet, like very loyal. And he's like intensely ugly, like very disgusting looking. And he smells awful. There's like a presence to him. In that, like, these things that are on the ground, probably not just for Mr. Squishy, like, he's probably eating them too. He looks gross. Like I said, like greasy black lank hair a little bit over his face, and he's like untidy and like you can see the remnants of like flesh bits on his claws and stuff like that. He is not clean. And he's looking in the darkness, and he looms up above you, and he goes, "More trespassers.
Visitors?
What makes you different from the ones that came before?"
Want to say hello?
You said hello.
Yeah.
And I guess you're done.
Maybe we want to help?
Help? Help with what? You think I need your help?
If somebody else wants to take over, keep in mind my charisma. I mean, it's not shit, but like
Time to do my job instead of hiding.
it's at a 0, so she's basically stalling until
Yeah,
the
I
person who's
know.
more charming takes over.
Everyone else decided to be courageous, and the bugbear hid.
Oh wait, I have good charisma. I
Yeah,
can do this.
Just don't
No.
Just don't be a
I'm-
prick.
Yeah, but the problem is Eamon. It's Eamon.
I'm gonna come out and talk to it.
Okay.
Okay. Are you the thing going around killing the people trespassing in wood?
What?
Okay.
I'm gonna say yeah.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of skill. Hello. Do you know...
He doesn't look very patient.
Yeah, I know. Do you know a lady live in the woods surrounded by wisps?
Hmm?
Yeah, she sent us to check up on you, say you seem upset.
Of course I'm upset. That's why I'm killing all these people.
Well, what have they done to upset you?
Steal things.
And what have they stolen?
Lots of things.
What is important to you? Perhaps that is how we can help you.
I was sleeping, and they woke me up. Now they have to die. It's just the way it works. Mr. Squishy, like, does a little, like, around the leg of our dear large friend here, and, like, skitters towards one of you, like, rears up a bit, and then, like, looks at you all intense, like, and he's like, come back. And he's back towards him.
Well, maybe there is a way we can help you get back to sleep.
Making noise. Never stop making noise.
Do they... By digging? What noise they make?
Digging. Yeah. And chopping. And clattering and smashing.
Mm.
breaking stuff. You must hear very well.
I hear everything. He's like real mad. It occurs to you the cave you slept in last night was like scaffolded.
And there was all
Yeah.
the tapping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we go and try and find out what the source is? Because you're very good at what you do, but we're a lot smaller. We can fit in other places. Maybe we can find it.
Yeah, think about it. You kill all these people, but the noise, it continue. Maybe we can find what caused noise, make it quiet.
Maybe you bring back what they took.
What did they?
Precious things underground.
Well, if we don't know what to look for, we cannot bring back for you.
Yeah, what they look like?
Gems. Blue. Lots of them.
Haven't seen blue one.
All right, so the noise and the blue gems. That's what's keeping you up.
Okay. So, we could go have a look. Perhaps find these for you. Yes?
Go to that town. Nearby. The big one.
In the mountain? Like, kind of part of it? Yeah, yeah.
It's where they take things. They steal things. They bring them back there. My magic, I can't get through the door. I would if I could. That's why I deal with all this out here. It occurs to you he just said his magic as well, pointedly. This guy looks like a brute. You know, he looks like the kind of guy who'd just, like, eat you for fun. But...
Yep.
if he can hear everything that's happening everywhere...
I mean, he's a kind of ancient creature that knows a special Fey lady. I'm not questioning things
I'm
at this point.
making a wild assumption that he is a Fey, but I'm not too certain.
I mean, it's possible.
Okay, well, we will go have a look for you.
And when you crush their tiny skulls for stealing from me and from the land, you can tell them Azag sent you. Okay? He looks at you like this is the deal.
We will let them know that Azag needs to take back what belongs to
When
the
you
land.
crush their tiny skulls.
They're not tiny to us, so crushing hard. But we look for gems. And start from there?
He gives you like a
I'm not Crusher.
leans in real close.
I'm not the Crusher.
You can smell his breath.
I'm not
It's
the Crusher.
disgusting.
I'm a
His teeth,
taker.
his teeth, you can see while he's like this close to you, are like decayed and yellow and black and just like horrid in his mouth. Like this is a guy who needs a dentist, real bad.
I have tiny fingers I take, not Crush.
And he goes, when you, and they like exhale is just like not like nauseous like gas. When you crush their tiny skulls. And then he like leans back like he's made his point. Folds his arms. The carrion crawler like zips between his legs again. Seems okay with it. I love Ryan's reaction to any time I describe the carrion crawler.
Nasty. Just nasty.
I think it's cool. So, is there a way they could make amends for this without having to be crushed?
They could come here, and I could crush them.
Okay, so you can crush them. Is there a way, if they personally brought your things back, apologized for what they have done, and let you go back peacefully to sleep?
I don't think you're getting the point.
Okay, so you want to crush them. It's non-negotiable. Okay.
The skull crushing is part of the deal. They steal, they get their skulls crushed. That's why I've been doing all this.
Okay. Okay. You want their skull crushed.
So how does that work if we take the gems and bring them back here? Does that mean you have to crush our skulls?
I gotta crush someone's skulls.
At this point, Greco just starts crying.
The carrion crawler like slowly like wriggles over towards you while you're crying, and like the little feelers in its mouth part like touching your shoulders and stuff.
No! Pick up the kobold?
You're just like taking it away from the carrion crawler.
Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't seem to mind you removing the kobold.
Okay.
It's just like it's making a weird noise. You know, it's like that animal thing where it's like a weird noise.
Okay. Well, we have taken up your time. Perhaps we let you get back to it, see what we can do about finding the gems and skulls to crush, yes?
How do I know you're not just gonna go back there? Gonna go back to the fortress, and you're gonna tell them, send their little army here, now. I don't know if I should let you go.
If we were going to do that, we would have done that instead of walking down here.
We did hear you talking to your worm. Or, Squishy? We hear you talk to him. If we wanted to just get a bunch of people to come kill you, why would have we waited for you to come? To
Maybe
talk
you're
to you?
dumber than you realize. It's at this point that his expression sort of hardens a little bit. Like, he's clearly been just, like, talking to you about bullshit at this point. Like, yeah, I want to crush their skulls. I'm going to crush your skulls. I'm going to crush everybody's skull. Kind of thing. And his expression kind of hardens, and the carrion crawler, like, zips past you and cordons off the exit with its body, basically. Like, its long body just around behind you. And he's like, so how do I know you're gonna bring me their skulls to crush, huh? Or you're gonna crush them? You gotta convince me, or I'm gonna crush your skulls, and we'll call it a day.
I'm not like towns. They're stupid. They're not like me. I'm not like them.
sad kobold.
What she's trying to
Listen
say
down.
is the town actually hate her. Like, we don't really have connection to town. I'm actually from these woods. I don't care about them.
You don't have a connection to the... You think I'm an idiot?
Oh, he might.
This is like
I
waving
don't.
waving a hooked claw.
He's kind of exception to rule.
Go on then, Mr. Demon. Like, pokes you in the chest. How do I know you're gonna crush their skulls, huh? Because he's like me. She's too scared to do not what I tell her. And I don't know about this one. But you're the... You make me a promise. Tell me how you're gonna make sure I get to crush the appropriate skulls.
Before you say my first words since seeing him, I'm gonna just cast protection against Fae on myself. Protection.
You're gonna cast
against
a
good and
spell?
evil. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh no.
Because casting, if you start to cast a spell, that triggers initiative, right?
It's not that it triggers initiative. It only does if I want to be hostile.
Okay.
But the thing is,
It's
it takes
intense.
6 seconds to do,
Mm.
and it's it's a round, right?
I guess. Yeah.
And it has somatic and verbal components,
I
which
know.
means that when you cast a spell, you're not just going spell cast. You're
I
going
know.
spell cast.
So
I
casting
know.
in front of the thing
It's
that
like,
wants
"Bitch,
to
please."
potentially eat
So-
us. Not wise.
If you try to cast a spell, he is gonna bitch slap you, basically,
But he
'cause
does
he doesn't-
so with disadvantage.
because he doesn't know what spell it's gonna be.
No, because
It's,
maybe.
I'm just the consequences of casting a spell he doesn't know in front of him when he's like arguing with you are pretty dire.
I know.
So you can do it.
I'm not gonna make a promise to a Fae.
Okay. So you cast protection against Fae.
Yeah.
Okay. As a reaction. Hang on. Because he's within melee range of you. He just poked you in the chest.
I got a really sick idea for a character. So do you remember the pig?
I'll just take over Snort.
I mean, that's a solid plan. Okay.
Greca's like looking at you with just terror as she hears you start
As a
to make
reaction.
magic words.
Yeah, same.
He gets a 24. Does that hit you? Oh, disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
He gets a 24.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that hits me.
And then he does. Wow, I got double ones.
Okay,
That's
that's
crazy.
good. That's good.
He does 7 damage
Okay.
to you, and make a con save for me, or strength save. Sorry.
That would be an 18.
Okay, so he tries to like bat you off your feet, basically, but you manage to hold steady on your feet,
Okay.
but you take a like a nasty backhand slap. Basically, if he had tried to do something more vicious, it would probably have hurt a lot more. This was like gentle by comparison, like, and you get your spell off because he doesn't manage to knock you over, so your spell goes off.
Okay.
Actually, roll a concentration for me. That's probably the way to go. So you need to get above 10, and you're rolling a con
It
save.
is a concentration move.
Yeah.
I got a 13.
So you're
on
good.
the
So your
dice
spell
roll.
goes off.
'Kay.
It's fine. But he goes, "Don't be doing things without telling me." You know, like real aggressive in your face, and there's a hiss from behind you from
Okay.
the carrion crawler.
I apologize. He isn't that smart.
Now that I have the spell on me, I'm gonna say, I can't make any promises to you.
I'm slowly picking up the crying kobold and like,
I'm at this point scampering away from this guy because
yeah,
And Maeve just like cradling.
yeah.
Promise or no, you're gonna have to convince me, little demon. He's pointedly getting it wrong, by the way.
Well, I can't make any oaths that aren't the ones to my family.
What about you? You make an oath?
To
Bring me the skulls to crush of the
Um,
thieves.
I can I don't know them.
You can find out.
Okay, I'll do it.
Okay, good.
Oh no.
Alright. Now we just gotta figure out what I'll do if you don't do it.
Oh no.
If you don't find out, here's my bargain. If you don't find out who I need to crush, and you don't come tell me who I need to crush, and you don't, as long as I know who they are, you give me names of these people for me to crush, and you bring me my gems back, then, if you do that in a month, I won't crush your skull.
But I just said that I would do it, not that I would do it within a month. That's not what I said.
Yeah, well, still doing it.
It's a big town. There are a lot of people.
Okay, 2 months.
There's a lot of gems. They move fast behind big doors.
I ain't a patient man. I want to go back to sleep. Two months. Bring me names. People to crush. Or you get crushed. Don't think I can't crush you. Because I found your little camp. That was pretty easy. Seen you before, all of you. Sleeping like babies. Except for you. You didn't see me. I was watching, though. That's the deal. 2 months. Bring me names. People said to crush. Bring me gems. And we're good.
That blue
Square.
gem?
And I'll stop murdering everybody that comes into the woods because I'll be asleep. It'll be fine.
How many blue gem they take? You need.
At least a chest full of the things.
Chest. Whoa.
They've been digging them out the ground. I
Yeah.
don't know how much, but they're little
Yeah.
real annoying.
Alright.
Pull out the rock.
Oh.
That rock?
No,
No.
the blue glowy one.
The glowy one. She has the other rock.
Oh, the glowy rock?
Yeah, glowy rock.
Okay. I was like,
No, he looks at it. And it's like when it's directed at him, it glows. When it's not, it doesn't.
Okay.
He's like, wait, what's this?
Oh, your friend gave it to us.
Which friend?
Lysara.
She led you here?
Uh-huh.
Figures. Sending people. I guess if she trusts you, then I can not crush your skulls right now. You want something to eat?
Yeah.
Come on.
Rekka kind of
Okay.
perks up at the mention of food.
He turns around and lumbers back into the cave.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Squishy follows him,
Mm-hmm.
expecting you to follow him.
Yep. I'm gonna follow him. I'm gonna eat his gross stuff.
Okay.
I'm gonna not be rude.
He's made his threats. He's like,
Yeah.
he's clear on the deal at this point.
Yeah.
And he like lumbers back into the cave.
okay, I'll limp after them.
And with that, we'll take a break. Break time. We'll be back in a few minutes. Be right back.
Oh god, we're